Obviously, it will not, if you have physics intuition, you probably all have that. We should probably add some pylon here, but we don't have time, so we'll just let it go. Okay, so that's our simulation world. It's a robot which we created in simulation. Now let's move it to the reality world. For that, we have to, let's see how I feel. Oh, we don't have much time. So I will skip that part. There is a menu where you can just basically take the 3D printed parts and 3D printed it. Okay. And now we can control it like that. So again, from simulation to reality in that case. And now we'll show you from the reality to simulation, which I think is cool, but we'll see. What do you think about that? First of all, it has a LiDAR. I don't know if you know what's LiDAR, but it's a last. If you've seen a vacuum cleaner which drives around your home, it uses LiDAR, which is rotating laser scanner, and it's able to map the room in 2D, and using that, understand where it's relative to the furniture and so on. Basically, it can localize itself. So this robot also can localize itself. And all you have to do is do some clicks. It should not be that hard. Let's see if that works. Sometimes it doesn't. Because, yes, when I was switching the screens, however, yes, when I was switching the screens, part of the project failed, Linux, but yeah, we can live without that. So, yeah, let me show you one more feature, one last feature. We'll scan us. We'll make a 3D scan of this room and us. I hope it's fine. We won't be able to recognize who is who because the resolution is very, very low, so it's safe. That's actually important when you have robots in your home, that they are not able to understand who is who. Okay, so let's do it. I have to reset, reconfigure it, but it will be short. I can see it. Here's. It was like, thank you for your patience. So we'll take our robots again. Yeah. Okay. And then we configure it again, just like we did it before. And yeah, now the fun begins, I hope. Okay. So now it understands that we move around, which is great. So reality. And now we can, maybe let's go there. And now we can create a scan, one of the scans of this room. I'm not an artist, and I don't understand colors well, so it's hard to see the point cloud well. But you probably can tell there are chairs, so it's you guys, girls. It's a table. It's that table, and then we can go move a little bit further and create another scan. Anyway, so that's a very short presentation. The main idea is to allow to create such complicated projects, but for people who don't understand electronics or programming. So it's not exact at this current state. It's a robot, so maybe it's not that interesting from a art point of view. Maybe except like point cloud. But I think it's the same, more or less. So working at Dominica Studio, it will develop in that direction. But for example, I want to create, okay, maybe not now. So yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's it. That's the project. Yes, I guess I'm right on time, right? I don't understand what happened here. Not. Okay, so if you have questions, now it's the time. Sorry? Mostly for 3D rendering, but it's like 20% of the code, it's Unity. Otherwise, it's Unity agnostic. Any 3D game engine will be fine. But yes, for rendering and input, yes.
Because I think it's very interesting that making the workshop for students, you can also run the code so that they can actually also like the web resources.
I didn't understand everything.
Is it open?
Not yet. I mean, it's like first time or second time. It's like first time I show it publicly. So yeah, I didn't have time. It's not open yet.
But would you be available for a workshop at the university and to train students on the system? And to let them also work then afterwards with it? Or is it more like that you still don't know where to go with your...
I mean, there's a ton of ideas what to do about it, but workshop for students for STEM is one of the most obvious ideas. So probably yes, but it's a prototype, so it's quite far away from some working project. But yeah, that's one of the ideas.
But actually, as understood, it's control it. You can actually even
Yes,
connect it to the.
yes. Actually, it takes 1 day, all of those steps. So that was the goal. Without it, I think it takes like 6 to 12 months. So I mean, yes.
Ah, well,
Thank you.